Good day, parents and students. My name is Mark Heinrichs, and I am principal of Eagle Butte High School. I want to welcome you to our ongoing COVID-19 saga of having to do things differently and not always as good as what we would like to do. Our grade 9 and new student open house is most definitely one of the COVID-19 adjustments we have had to make. Normally, we would have everyone interested in attending Eagle Butte in the fall come to our building, give this presentation in the gym, have all of our teachers in the building introduced and ready throughout the school for when you're able to wander the building, ask questions, and get a real sense of our high school. Since modernization, we're very excited about the improvements and the general layout and areas of student use that has come our way. Unfortunately, such a visit for everyone is not possible. Yet, it'll come. One day soon we'll be through our COVID-19 reality and schools will be able to function in a much more open environment again. For now, thanks for tuning in to tonight's recorded event. We hope the information provided will be useful and helpful in planning for your son or daughter's high school experience. Our counselors have met with all of our feeder schools. As well, we've had our students from our feeder schools come to Eagle Butte for a guided tour during the day. With that, much of tonight's information will be similar to what was shared with your son or daughter previously, but we want to be sure that the same messages are given to everyone. For those students and parents that are not from our feeder schools, we hope tonight will also be a good starting point for your considerations and steps towards having your son or daughter attend in the fall. It's important that if you are not a student at one of our feeder schools, so that's Seven Persons, Irvin, Schuler, Ralston, or Parkside, so if you're not from one of those schools, that you contact our school or go online and get the out-of-district application form first. Complete it, get it back to us as soon as possible in order for the process of registration to be moved forward and considered. As for the rest of this presentation, I'm going to turn things over to our very competent counselors to give you lots of things to think about. Please do not hesitate to contact the school if you're unsure about anything. We'll do our best to get you the answers and direction you need in order to move ahead with having your daughter or son attend our high school in the fall. Thanks again for tuning into this presentation and for your patience and efforts as we get through COVID, and we will get through it. This is only take 13 trying to get this thing right. But most importantly, we look forward to seeing your daughter or son in the fall. Enjoy the presentation. Thanks for tuning in.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the grade 9 registration evening here at Eagle Butte High School. Things are a little bit different this year, as you clearly can see. We're doing our annual open house virtually. My name is Sheldon Weenan. I'm one of the school counselors here, and I counsel all kids surname M to Z. You're going to meet Heather Laternis in a few minutes, and she counsels all the students surname A to L. So just to give you an idea of what we've been doing the last week here is we had a chance to do our registration presentations to all of the feeder schools. They were at our school doing a tour of the school, and they heard a presentation from Ms. Laternis and myself about registering for courses at Eagle Butte High School. So the presentation we're giving tonight is quite a bit watered down compared to what we gave the students, but it's geared more towards parents so that they have an idea of how their students need to register for courses. We talked a little bit about some differences between junior high school and high school. Basically, there's about 4 main differences that we want to highlight. The first one is semester system. So Eagle Butte High School runs on a semester system with semester 1 starting September and goes till January. Second semester would start February and go right till the end of June. For every course that a student completes, they are awarded 5 credits. So in first semester, you take 4 classes. In second semester, you take 4 classes. So typically in any given school year, students will get about 40 credits once they're completed. For core subjects, they have different streams or levels. So you probably heard your students talking about Dash 1 or Dash 2. Those are sort of the 2 main streams. The Dash 1 is the academic stream. The Dash 2 is more of the general stream. And I'll talk a little bit about how students decide whether they go into that Dash 1 or Dash 2 stream in a few minutes. Grade 9 marks are really, really important. That's going to determine which courses you register for. Grade 12 high school requirements to get a diploma, you need at least 100 credits. Amongst those 100 credits, you need an English 30-1 or 30-2, Social Studies 30-1 or 30-2. You need a grade 11 math. You need a grade 11 science. You need physical education 10. You need career and life management, or sometimes we call it COM. You need 10 credits in any option course and 10 credits at the grade 12 level other than English and social. I'm going to talk a little bit about our core sequencing for our core courses. So we're going to start with English first. Students are typically going to choose English 10-1 or 10-2 when they're registering for courses. You'll notice that in order to take 10-1, they need to have a mark of at least 65% in language 9. If they're below 65%, it's advised that they go and register for English 10-2. That will be more suitable for them. Students that think they may want to go on to university, they're going to need the -1 stream. But it is really, really important to know that if they are below that 65, that they go into the 10-2 stream. Students that are kind of on that level of, they're around that 63, 64, 65, and they're not sure which course they should take, it would be really advisable that they talk to their grade 9 teacher in language arts. Social Studies also has course sequencing. There's going to be one of two courses that they're going to register for, either the Social 10-1 or the Social 10-2. The minimum mark for going into Social 10-1 from Social 9 is 60%. Okay, it's a little bit lower than the English, but our Social Studies departments feel that students that get at least a 60% should be able to be successful in Social Studies 10-1. If they're below 60%, they're barely passing social, they really struggle with the subject area, it would be advised that they register for Social 10-2. Science course sequencing. There are two science courses that they could register for in grade 10. The first one is Science 10. Again, 60% is that cutoff mark in Science 9. So anything 60 or above, they should be able to register for Science 10. If they're below 60%, Science 14 would be the course that they choose. Now, you'll notice that Science 10 is a prerequisite for a lot of the upper level sciences like the biologies, chemistries, physics. So if students are planning on taking higher level sciences, of course, Science 10 would be a prerequisite that they do have to take when they're coming into grade 10. Math course sequencing. You'll notice that there's 3 possible math classes that they could take. The first one I'm going to talk about is Math 10 Common. This is the course that majority of the students are going to register for, and here they need to have a mark of at least 65% in Math 9. If they have that, they can register directly into Math 10 Common. For the student that is a little bit weaker, they're kind of around that 55 to 65% range, and they need extra help with math, a good idea for them would be to register for Math 10 Prep as well. So the student who takes Math 10 Prep would take Math 10 Prep in semester 1, and then in semester 2 they would take Math 10 Common. Okay, so they'd be taking 2 math classes in grade 10. If they're below 55%, really struggling at math, Math 10-3 would be the course that they should register for. We have a lot of courses at Eagle Beat High School that students can take as option courses. Of course, we've got the compulsory courses that I just talked about, the social, English, math, and science. There's 2 other courses that they have to take at the grade 10 level. One of them is Physical Education 10. The other one is Information Processing 10. And when you look at our registration forms, you'll see that Physical Education 10 and Information Processing 10 are already checked off on the box, so you won't have to add those to the course selection. There's also Career and Life Management, or COM, and that's a course that students will do in grade 11. We have a lot of elective courses to choose from. We have art, drama, choral music, and general music. We also have French, Physical Education 20 and 30, and World Religions. We also have Career and Technology Study Options, or we call them CTS courses, that students can take. We've got Communication Technology, Cosmetology, Design Studies, Aesthetics, Food Studies, Psychology Studies, Industrial Technologies, or sometimes we call it SHOP, which is a combination of construction, welding, and mechanics, We have wildlife studies, back to business, which is like an entrepreneurial type course, and robots, cars, and hovercrafts. So students that are thinking about taking these courses need to give it some really good thought that they choose the courses that they're going to be interested in, and preferably courses that they're going to like. When we met with the students, we were able to give them a student registration guide. So all of the courses that I've just talked about, they're all explained in detail in the student registration booklet, and will really give them a good idea of what to expect in those courses. So I'm now going to turn it over to Mrs. Laturnis, and she's going to continue on with the rest of the presentation. Thank you very much.
My name is Heather Laturnis. I'm the other school counselor at Eagle Butte High School, and my responsibility is to support students with the surnames A through L, as Mr. Weenan mentioned. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about some of the things Eagle Butte High School has to offer. In addition to the option classes that Mr. Weenan spoke about, we have 2 additional programs that may be of interest to students, and they are our academies. And our first academy is called the Flight Academy. It's the Dave Rose-Deba South Alberta Flight Academy. And in this program, students are involved in learning about how to fly a plane. They will earn their private pilot's license over the 3 years of this program in conjunction with the staff at Super T Aviation. And so they spend some time in the classroom here at Eagle Butte, but they also spend time at the airport learning about how to fly. And so that's a really unique program that our school has to offer. A second program that we have is our Hockey Academy. Again, there is some in-class component of our Hockey Academy, and also students spend time at Irvin Rink on the ice during the school day as part of this program. Students who are interested in either of the academies, the Hockey Academy or the Flight Academy, can request a registration form through Prairie Rose Division Office. So those requests go to Central Office, not directly to Eagle Butte. And so there is an application process for both of those programs, and there are additional fees that come with those programs. So we'd encourage you to be in touch if you have additional questions about these offerings. We also offer several off-campus programs. So students may earn high school credits in work experience, and students earn credits throughout the summer working or volunteering at a job. And so for every 25 hours that a student works, they can earn 1 high school credit. And so there are opportunities at the end of a student's grade 10 year to sign up to be part of our work experience program. In addition, students could participate in our green certificate, and there is an opportunity to earn many high school credits in the areas of equine, cow-calf, field crop, dairy, feedlot, irrigated crop, sheep, and swine. There may be an opportunity for students to participate in our registered apprenticeship programs as well. And so this is for students who are interested in pursuing a trade after high school. And so students can earn credits while high school credits, while also starting their apprenticeship and collecting hours towards their trade. Typically, a student might start a RAP program the summer before they begin grade 12. All of these programs are run through our work experience office, and so Mr. Ricci and Mrs. Kirchner, those 2 staff members, are responsible for helping students to get organized in these programs. Students who are interested in any of these programs should listen to our school announcements, as we will share more information in the fall about how students can become involved. Some additional pieces of information. As I mentioned, those previous programs, Work Experience, Green Certificate, and Registered Apprenticeship. We share information throughout the school year about those programs and how students can earn high school credits. We haven't talked in this presentation about TAG, our Teacher Advisory Group, and it's an important part of our school. When students register in grade 10, we will include in their daily schedule a TAG class. And so that's 30 minutes right before lunch every day. And students during TAG will do things like listen to our school announcements. They will have time to take care of homework. Important school procedures and information is shared during that class. Sometimes we do fun activities like challenges during that time of the day. And so in a TAG class, they are single graded. So that means that when your child enters in grade 10, all of the other students in that homeroom class will also be grade 10 students. And they will be paired with a teacher, and their TAG teacher ideally will remain their TAG teacher throughout high school. So the same teacher will work with the same group of students in grade 10, 11, and 12 in TAG. And so that teacher will get to know your child very well. Every Monday in TAG, they will review attendance from the previous week with students, and they will also review the students' marks with them and have a look at their progress in classes and discuss with them work that needs to be done throughout the week in order to ensure that they are on top of things in their classes. On Friday, we have a special reward called Flex Friday. And if a student has taken care of all of their responsibilities in the classroom, doesn't have any outstanding assignments, is passing all of their courses, then they are rewarded with an extra long lunch on Friday, which is something that many of our students look forward to and can be very motivating in terms of staying on top of their coursework. Once a student registers at Eagle Butte, if they attend a current Prairie Rose school, their marks will become available to myself and to Mr. Weenan. And we use that information to verify that their course selections are correct. If we have concerns about classes that students have chosen, then we will be in touch with parents about that so that we can discuss how we best support your child in terms of moving forward in high school. Also at the end of June, report cards from our local community schools in our school district will be forwarded to Eagle Butte so that we can confirm that students are enrolled in the appropriate classes for their grade 10 year. Part of the registration package that students would have received if they already attend a Prairie Rose school is this course selection sheet. And so this is the place where your son or daughter is going to make selections for next year. If you have submitted an application to one of our academy programs, we ask that you check the boxes off at the top. The first column, in each section, a student will choose one class, so either English 10-1 or 10-2. So there must be one box checked off in each of these sections. And then in this second column is where students will choose their option classes. And we ask that students select 4. Number them 1 through 4, 1 being the course that is their highest preference. And we will do our best to create a timetable that includes the first and second choices for a student. If it is not possible to accommodate a first and second choice, then we will look to their third and fourth choices. And so this registration form becomes really important in knowing which courses your child is interested in for next year. So counseling at Eagle Butte, as Mr. Weenan mentioned earlier in the presentation, I will support students with surnames A through L. Mr. Weenan supports students with surnames M through Z. Our contact information is listed here in case you should have any further registration questions, or if you are interested in connecting with us in the fall. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're more than happy to answer questions. You can contact us by email, or by phone. Our extensions are listed here. And so our responsibilities include academic advising, career planning, planning for post-secondary, those kinds of things. We do meet with every student who is registered at Eagle Butte at least once in the school year. In grade 12, we meet with our students in the fall in order to ensure that they have what they need to graduate and answer any post-secondary application questions. In the spring, we meet with our grade 10 and 11 students in one-on-one meetings to assist them in choosing classes for the coming school year and to also answer any questions about life after high school in terms of academic planning or post-secondary planning. Our roles also involve personal counseling, but in addition to the supports available through Mr. Weenan and myself, Mrs. Tanya Ridgedale is our family school liaison worker. She visits our school a couple of times a week and does personal counseling with students as well. So there are many counseling supports available at school for students. Now, the paperwork side of things. So if your student attends a school in our school district, they would have received a registration package when they visited our school last week. And so it is important that those applications are completed. There are several signature lines for parents, at least one on every page. So it's important that you sign those documents before you return them to the student's school. If you could please ensure that those forms are returned no later than Thursday, March the 11th. That is really important for our planning moving forward. So if forms are returned to schools by March 11th, then schools will ensure that we get those forms and we can begin the registration process for your students. If your student does not attend a current Prairie Rose school and you are interested in having them attend Eagle Butte High School, we'd ask that you call our main office and you can speak with the secretary and they can assist you with the application process to attend Eagle Butte. So that would be important for you to do soon. We ask that forms are returned to the school by March 11th. If you're unable to return that form by that date, it makes it more challenging for us to plan for next year. And so that could potentially impact the course options that your student has. So we really ask that you submit that by March 11th to the school, or if you have a student who doesn't attend our school division right now, that you begin that registration process quickly. I'm going to share with you some photos of our school because you can't be here tonight in person to see our space. And some of you may have been in our building in the past, but we have undergone a renovation over the last couple of years. The renovation officially finished in March 2020, which was about the time that we were no longer at school. And so we have a beautiful new space that we are eager to show off. And so I'll just show you a few of the spaces because obviously you're unable to go for a tour tonight. So this is the outside of our building. Obviously our school is located in Dunmore. This is our Learning Commons area or our library area. And so students can come and check out novels, and we have some nice seating. So it's a great hangout kind of spot as well. This is again, part of our Learning Commons from a different view. The space I just showed you is in this back corner, but there's some soft seated areas and a spot for students to enjoy their lunch in our cafeteria area. Again, another view of our cafeteria, and this is our front entrance to the school. There is this stage section in our cafeteria as well, which we hope we'll be able to put to better use once some of the restrictions are lifted. This is a typical classroom at our school. This is a language arts English classroom. Our shop was a new addition to our building. So this is the only brand new space that didn't exist before our renovation is our shop. Our cosmetology room. Our art room. Our gymnasium. And in our mezzanine area of our gymnasium, we also have some additional workout equipment that students can use. This is our foods room. One of our science labs. So this is a chemistry lab. And this is a seating area for students to use that exists. It's a brand new space for us. And we have several science rooms that are just off of this area. So teachers can use this space with our students, but it's also a popular place for students to eat their lunch and also just hang out with their friends. So those are a few of our new spaces at Eagle Butte, and we're really excited to be able to welcome some of your children next year to our school. And again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to be in touch with our school staff. You can call the school directly or use one of those email address contacts that I shared earlier in order to be in touch. So I'm going to pass it on to the next person.
According to Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo, art is stimulating, motivating, interesting, invigorating, satisfying, and not boring, dull, or tedious, which all adds up to fantastic, beautiful, and exciting. We create large and small drawings in ink, graphite, charcoal, colored pencils, and in a variety of styles, including Tim Burton's. We construct creative collages. We paint people, animals, objects, and landscapes in watercolors and acrylics. For sculpture, we use foam blocks and wire. Also, printmaking is a perennial favorite. We use a linoleum cut process as well as collagraph. Many student projects are selected by judges from the Esplanade for the annual School Art Show. Prairie Rose School Division's Kaleidoscope of the Arts is another venue for students to show their efforts in the visual arts. Join us and find out for yourself just how great this class is. Do you have creative ideas that you want to bring to life? Do you like to be in charge of creation, advertising, sales, production, financials, web page development, and much more when it comes to business development? If you have a desire to be an entrepreneur, or if you have an inkling for the business side of things, this is the option for you. Our school division has a storefront location where Eagle Butte students are involved with the actual running of a business enterprise. You don't have to be good at everything, but there may be something your talents can lend themselves toward. Back to Business is the option class worth giving a try. Communications technology, or ComTech, is a strand in career and technology studies. The purpose of ComTech is to give students an opportunity to convey a message through different forms of media. Students in the Eagle Butte High School ComTech class will learn different techniques to compose still and moving objects through video or photography. Students also learn the techniques used to edit both video and photographs through iMovie and Photoshop. Photojournalism, studio photography, sports photography, and video-audio production are examples of careers in communications technology. If any of these areas are of interest, then ComTech is the class for you. Welcome to Cosmetology. Students start out in the introductory level learning long hair design, professional practice, and progressing to actually perming hair. The second and third advanced levels consist of haircutting, manicuring and pedicuring, and learning the business of opening their own hair studio. Every Friday, the cosmetology classes have a client day. This allows the public to come in and enjoy our services, including haircuts, perms, and coloring, all instructed and supervised by our certified teacher with a Red Seal designation in cosmetology. Eagle Butte has a great working relationship with Marvel College, which has provided a $1,000 scholarship for students to attend their cosmetology program, available to the Eagle Butte student who demonstrates the most skill in this field. Come join us in cosmetology. The late Robin Williams described acting as legalized insanity, where we are allowed to do and say things that otherwise we would be unable to do. In our drama program, students are taught and perform basic principles of drama through various exercises, projects, performances, and improv games. There is a strong probability that students will be involved in a production at the 10, 20, and 30 levels. In each of the levels of drama, students will have experiences performing monologues and scenes in front of an audience. In our program, there is a particular focus on playwriting and acting. There are opportunities provided to work behind the scenes as well: lighting, sound, set, costume design, backstage, and more. The only prerequisite is to be open-minded and possess the willingness to try new things in a safe and fun environment. Food Studies is a strand in the career and technology studies. In food studies, students examine the role of food, looking beyond consumption to production, visual appreciation, nutrition, meal planning, economics, and preparation. Food science integrates and applies knowledge with the subjects of science, math, social studies, language arts, and nutrition. We learn to prepare and preserve foods that are nutritious, wholesome, affordable, desirable, and safe to eat. You are eligible to enroll in Foods 10 in any grade. Foods 2030 runs on a 2-year cycle, allowing students the opportunity to register all 3 years in high school. Each year that you are enrolled in food studies, you will have an opportunity to complete 5 different modules. Students learn about safe and sanitary food handling procedures, nutrition, measuring techniques, preparation methods, and the proper use of equipment. Throughout the semester, you work individually and collaboratively to create mini culinary masterpieces, ranging from hearty soups and sauces to contemporary desserts, breads and pastries, and discovering other cultures by exploring their cuisine. Of course, there will be foods to eat. However, food studies goes above and beyond just filling your stomach. Est-ce que tu veux parler français? French 10, 20, and 30 are offered at Eagle Butte. Students have the chance to learn our country's second language, which can open so many doors in the future. No previous classes are necessary to start in our French program. Students study French while working through themes related to French culture, holidays, food, sports, school, and community. Playing board games and cards are frequent activities used to improve communication, while a variety of other games are used to improve vocabulary and reinforce grammar concepts. You don't have to be an expert, just willing to try. Second language development can greatly improve the ability to pick up a third or fourth language. Being able to communicate in a second language can be invaluable for future job and educational opportunities, and of course travel. Try French and see where it can take you. Have you ever wanted to learn real-life practical skills in a safe environment? Then industrial tech might be for you. Learn how to safely work with a variety of wood, sheet metal, welding techniques, and the basics of how an automobile is constructed. Your previous experience or skill level will not matter, as there will be a module and project that you can complete. There have been male and female students with no experience to advanced students who have had success in what they have chosen to construct. After completing the first two prerequisite modules, the student will choose the areas, modules, and projects that pique their own interest. There is a variety of construction or woodworking modules, from basic solid wood projects to wood turning, cabinets and furniture, complex inlaying jewelry boxes as well. The student can pick from existing plans in the shop, find a plan on the internet, or design a project from scratch. In fabrication or metalworking, students can develop skills in 3 types of welding, work with sheet metal or work with the metal lathe, and milling machines to construct projects. If cars are your thing, we have a few mechanics modules that students can explore. We will bring in an automobile that the students can disassemble piece by piece. The students can also disassemble an automobile engine or just complete basic maintenance on their own personal vehicles. It doesn't matter what area or module the students are in, shop safety is the utmost priority and is stressed at all times. Personal protective safety equipment is supplied, but the student can bring in any other safety equipment they may want to use. Eagle Butte offers both general music 10, 20, 30 and choral music 10, 20, and 30. In general music, students are given the opportunity to practice and perform on instruments of their choice. Guitar, piano, drums, and bass are very popular, but we also have cello, flute, and trumpet players. All students learn music history, appreciation, and theory. In choral music, the emphasis is on voice. Students participate as part of Eagle Butte's high school choir, but are also given the chance to work as a soloist or in smaller groups. Performance opportunities abound for music students. They are very involved year-round. School assemblies, Remembrance Day service, Christmas caroling, supporting students with the Rotary Music Festival, Grad, and Kaleidoscope all offer our students the chance to showcase their abilities. For students who are musical, being part of the music programs at Eagle Butte is a great way to get involved, find time to practice, make friends, and be part of a creative community. Have you ever wondered why people act the way they do? Why are some people introverts and other people social butterflies? Does purple look the same to everyone, or is the purple I see different from the one you see? Answer questions like these and more in psychology studies. Psychology studies allows students an introduction into the world of psychology and the study of human behavior, the mind, and experience. We will look at personality, behavior, development, and what influences our perceptions and sensations. We will address questions like, what does it mean to be type A or type B personality? Why are babies scared of loud noises and people with mustaches but want to put everything in their mouths? Finally, we look at the purpose of psychological research and experiments. Another separate course offered through the shop is robots, cars, and hovercrafts. Students are required to solve 5 engineering problems through research, planning, designing, and the building of projects. Some of the projects will be made individually and some will be constructed in groups. In all 5 problems, there will be a friendly competition in class. The engineering problems include the building of a mousetrap car, a trebuchet, a hovercraft, an autonomous robot, and a controlled robot. In each case, there are specific guidelines the students must follow. This course is designed to let the students use their creativity and problem-solving skills to construct projects for the competitions. Again, safety is stressed throughout the construction and competitions of these projects. If you're curious about Canadian and global wildlife issues or the practical skills required for outdoor survival, then wildlife would be a great class to take. You will learn about Alberta and Canadian wildlife, social issues concerning wildlife and hunting, and gain a broad set of practical skills from the research techniques to archery. Previous experience with wildlife is not necessary for this class. The wildlife class consists of many modules that include leadership opportunities, research, field work, fishing, hunting and game management, wilderness navigation, outdoor survival skills, issues in wildlife, and much more. Students will also have an opportunity to obtain their hunting license through this course. This class is all about student choice. If you have an idea for a project, a trip, or something hands-on you want to try, chances are it can be attempted in wildlife. Every student at Eagle Butte High School has the opportunity to take part in an off-campus program. Some students take off-campus programs because they need the extra credits to help them graduate. Some do off-campus because they can earn valuable scholarships and bursaries. And some want the coveted teal cord at graduation. Whatever the reason, students can learn valuable life skills by taking part in an off-campus program. Some of the programs offered at Eagle Butte include work experience, which can be done for most any job where a student is employed or volunteering. We have now moved to a summer program where students can earn these valuable credits up until the end of August their grade 12 year. Starting the summer between grade 10 and 11, students can start this program to help them move towards earning the teal cord and bursaries. They have 3 opportunities to earn up to a maximum of 30 credits. 15 of these credits can be used for graduation. Both the following give students the opportunity to earn credits as well. Registered apprenticeships. The Work Experience Office can assist properly motivated students in moving beyond work experience to an apprenticeship opportunity like heavy equipment techs, carpenters, electricians, and cooks. Green certificates. Our many farm students can take advantage of this program to learn about farm safety and increase their knowledge in areas like cow-calf operations, field crops, irrigated crops, and equine. Feel free to stop by the Work Experience Office or phone if you wish additional information. Mrs. Kirshner would be happy to help you out.
Hello, everyone. It's awesome that we'll get to see you here next year at Eagle Butte High School. And my name is Mr. Smith. And so I'm going to talk about some of the opportunities for extracurricular that we will have at Eagle Butte High School. Obviously, one sport we have is golf. It starts right away at the beginning of school. And so if you enjoy getting out on the links and hitting the ball around, there's a ASAA that has a high school sport with regards to golf, boys and girls. Then also starting September 8th, and they also have some training camps before school starts. Football. I know we have kids in our feeder schools that play football. We'd love to have you. Mr. Grass is part of that. And they will help you get better and get involved. If you have any questions, again, you can contact Mr. Grass. Then, of course, we have boys and girls volleyball, typically JV and senior teams. And sometimes they actually run a June camp. Information will be sent out if you need that. So, keep your training going and be ready to get involved with Eagle Butte volleyball next year. And here's a picture of a couple of our teams. Obviously, there's for the girls and then the boys. Boys and girls basketball, all level player are welcome. They start November 1st. So the idea there is get out, get shooting. And if you have any questions with regards to basketball, you can give me a call or someone at the school. And of course, here's the girls basketball teams, and then the boys basketball teams. Curling. if you're interested in throwing some rocks down the ice and slipping and sliding, it requires a skill, and they have a great deal of fun when they're involved. Curling can start October 1st, and sometimes they actually will do some training in December and November and January. There are mixed teams, men's teams, and women's teams with regards to curling. Again, some pictures here. Then badminton. Badminton has been quite successful at our school with regard to zone championships, just as some other sports have as well. There's males, females, mixed category, and it starts January 3rd. And then this year, we're supposed to be hosting badminton provincials. It may not occur. So if that is the case, badminton provincials would be in 2022. So something for us to look forward to and for you to be involved with by being part of the badminton team. And again, here's a picture. We have a large team, fantastic coaches. Girls softball. Sometimes there can be two teams here. They play in a league against other high schools. And these are great opportunities to get out and swing the bat and throw some softballs around for girls. Boys baseball. They play against a team in Southern Alberta. And again, I know there's a lot of baseball players in our city, and they're more than welcome to get involved and play the great sport of baseball. Track and field. We always say everybody can do track and field. And if you're trying to get better in other sports and get explosive, then that's a great way to train in your off season to use different muscles. Every junior high team has a track team. Okay, we have a long history here. We are one of the schools in schools teams that has won a provincial championship. And the last time that the championship was hosted in Medicine Hat, Eagle Butte won the 3A banner, and we're supposed to be hosting it as well this year in 2021. But we're also, if it does not occur, we'll be hosting it in 2022 in the Medicine Hat area. So come on out, join track, use it as a alternate way to get faster, stronger, and jump higher. Boys and girls rugby. We've had many different teams here, boys and girls. Everyone can play rugby because it's so new. The coaches will teach you how to figure it out. There's two types of games. There's the sevens, and there's also the 15s. Last year we had a couple of 15s teams, boys and girls. And we actually had a rugby team, place 5th at provincials in 2011. So there's a short history, but a strong history of boys and girls rugby at Eagle Butte, and sometimes we'll even combine with some schools from the city. So if you're interested in trying a new sport that will test your skills and your mental capabilities to learn something new, by all means, come out and check that out. And then, of course, at our school, we have lots of opportunities to excel in arts, drama, music, and choir. Potentially, there may be some one-act plays, choir and music at lunch. There's always a big presentation at Remembrance Day. If you play, talk with Ms. Morrison, Mr. Payer, and Mr. Rabel. And there's potentially a big production next year. So they're looking at that. I'm going to save what I think is the best for last. It's something I'm quite passionate about, cross-country running. And we will host our own race this year in September 25th. We'll be hosting zones. We've hosted many zone competitions. And in 2019, we hosted provincials. In 2011, we hosted provincials. This is also another school sport, such as track, girls volleyball, and cross-country have won provincial banners. And we also have traveled many places across North America and Alberta. And we have an outstanding reputation. And it's a great way to get in shape for winter sports. We've had lots of kids from lots of different streams, football players, volleyball players, basketball players, you name it, they come out and run in the cross-country team. And the great thing about that is there's no cuts. So it's something that we're very proud of, and we have a great reputation, as I said. And unlimited students can be involved. And if you have any questions with that, I will be sending out some information at the end of the year. And we are looking to do some stuff with our track club during the summer to keep in shape. So I gladly would give you a training program if you're interested in doing that. Of course, here's our team from this year. Lots of people, lots of kids involved, and a very exciting year. If you join this team, you contribute to the team's successes just by stepping up to the line and finishing. We'll be training all summer. Again, the idea of a cross country, is that everybody that finishes the race contributes. So the more athletes, the higher you finish, the more points you get. So it's easy to do it, and it's a part of the idea of being part of a team and supporting each other, and sometimes trying to beat your teammate as well, or your friend, and getting involved with running. We know all this stuff, okay? However, we are taking you the opportunity to get involved. There is a place that you can do your own thing. You may be a dancer, figure skater, play other sports outside the school. We want you to bring those skills to Eagle Butte. We want you here involved because everybody can contribute. And that's a great thing about Eagle Butte High School, is that there's a place for you, and we can find a place. You just be willing to bring that desire and that ability for us, and we will help you improve. How can we help you? When you come here and you have some questions, talk to us. Is it the travel? Are you too far away? Well, we can work with that. Is money a roadblock? Let us know. We can help you out there. Home and school demands. We have a lot of kids that have opportunities that they have to take at home and do. Or if you don't think you have the skills, we can help with all of these things and demands that we want you to help you be involved in what's happening at Eagle Butte High School. So you can always email me at Eagle Butte High School, DARRYLSMITH at PRRD8.ca. And we are so looking forward to you coming here and being a part. Parents, give us a call if you have any questions about anything. We'll gladly be willing to give you some feedback and to ensure that your child has great success here. And we want to ensure that every student has an opportunity to be involved, because we have a place for you at Eagle Butte High School. Also, there are coaches who need help with their tournaments that they're hosting. There's a great way to help your resume. Says your resume, so I got a little typo there. Volunteers do not necessarily have the time, they just have the heart. And we've had a super number of volunteers. I have a group of young ladies that have helped me over the last 3 years in cross country and track, and it's just been outstanding, and they've made a life much better. I've done a lot of references for them, so and with regards to jobs or interviews and things like that. So that's one way to get yourself involved with the school too. If you do want to be on a team or in an activity, volunteering is a great way to do that. So thank you very much for your time. As I said, any questions at any time, you can give us a call at Eagle Butte High School. We are looking forward to you being here and being involved in what we do. Have a great rest of your year. Take care.